All right, welcome to the Sac Sidelines podcast. We're joined today by Dylan Stone. He's a golfer here at Mount Sac. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Dylan. A little bit about your background, what got you into golf.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I started playing golf my freshman year of high school, and it was because of my dad. He introduced it to me. He's been playing for about 25 years, and I mean, he introduced it to me, and ever since then, I just kind of fell in love with it, and that's how it happened.
So you just went to the state tournament, right?
Yes.
And was that kind of like your highlight so far in golf?
Yes, I would say yeah. I made it to CIF individuals in my senior year in high school, but that was definitely my highlight of my career, I guess you could say, so far.
And you're just a freshman, right?
Yes.
You talk about because maybe not everyone may be familiar with the golf season. How does it work? Like, what's the progression for a golf season?
Well, we start out kind of just playing non-conference tournaments, so it's kind of like a warm-up to as the year goes on, it's all conference and basically it all matters. So the first couple tournaments, they don't count towards the conference, but they still matter. We still try and do our best, and we always try and do our best, but they don't count towards our conference. So I mean, I guess you can say that they don't go to our record, kind of. It's hard to explain, kind of.
So kind of I know in a lot of college sports there's almost like a preseason.
Yeah.
And then you start conference play, and it doesn't really matter how you do outside of conference play.
Yeah, it matters, but it's pretty much like a preseason, I guess you could say. And
now you did individuals at state. What are the different qualifiers that you can do for the state tournament?
Well, 4 teams. There's 2 regionals and 1 southern, 1 northern, and 4 teams come out of the south and the north, and then the top 6 individuals come out of the south and the north. So there was 8 teams and then 12 individuals total.
And is there a ranking?
No, not really. It's just if you make it, then you made it.
Okay. Where did you go to high school?
Denver High.
Is that kind of why you went to Mount Sac, or did you want to go here because of the athletic program?
I'm going here because my brother, he's been here for 2.5 years now. He doesn't play any sports, but I'm going here because of that. It's also close to home, and also it has a great athletic program and academic program. So.
You mentioned playing other sports before you got into golf. You played in high school, right?
Yeah, I played football my freshman year of high school, and I used to play AAU basketball and that stuff. So.
What was that experience like? Why'd you get into those sports, and then why'd you change afterwards?
Well, I grew up playing football and basketball and baseball, and I love those. But later on, I kind of got tired of the politics in those sports and how the coaches would decide your future almost by how much they played you and stuff. So I decided to play golf because I could determine my own future kind of with my scores. So, yeah.
What do you want to do moving forward?
Well, I'm really looking forward to next year, but I hope as a team we can make it to state next year. But after that, I hope to move on to at least a Division 1 or 2 school and play my next 2 years then and just see where that takes me.
Do you have any dream school or any part of the country that you want to go to, or do you really not care?
I would like to stay on the West Coast. I like the West Coast, and plus you can play golf all year over here. So if I go east, I might have to play indoors, and that's kind of not as fun, I guess.
Have you ever played indoors, or what's that? I've never even heard of that for golf.
I mean, Roger Dunn has an indoor hitting range where they have monitors and stuff, but I don't know if it's truly accurate.
Yeah.
And it's just not realistic where you always hit off a flat lie and it's perfect, and in golf you get imperfect lies all the time, so that's part of the game. So
What do you do? Well, first of all, what are you doing academically? What's your major?
Business right now.
Business. Do you have any particular reason why you chose business? Any kind of dream job outside of golf that you're?
To be honest, I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. That's also like what I'm planning on learning here. Just like finding out like what else I want to do, because I kind of like have an idea of like maybe like starting like my own business, maybe something to do with golf, but I'm not like truly sure. So
A lot of athletes just take kinesiology. Did someone like give you advice on just taking whatever, or how'd you come up with that decision?
well, I figured business, like a lot of like business decisions can be like involved with like leisure activities, and golf being one of them. I figured maybe like that could help me like pursue like deals or whatever business related. Like
And I think I spoke to Coach Osborne. He mentioned that you're a good student. Like, how do you balance golf and school? Because I think he said you had a 4.0. Is that true?
yes.
So how do you maintain your schoolwork and then golf?
It's really tough, but you just have to be dedicated, and I mean, because sometimes we would get home at like 9 o'clock at night, and we would have to be at school at like 6:30, 7 in the morning, and I would have school the next day, and you just have to like get it done. You just have to put everything aside and focus and not procrastinate and be on top of your stuff. So.
What type of training goes into being a golfer? Because like in other sports, maybe in football, you see like padded practices, or in basketball, you just practice shooting. What do you do in golf to get better and improve?
Well, golf is 80% mental and like 20% physical. So a lot of it's actually like how you think, and you got to be mentally like stable as a person. And I mean, activity wise, you could train by like working out. Like pro golfers will, like Rory McIlroy or Tiger Woods, they like work out all the time, but I train by usually just playing and walking the course, because like for conference, championship, regionals, and state, we had to play 36 in one day, and we had to walk that. So it was mostly just like getting used to it and not getting like tired when you're carrying like a 20-pound bag all the time. So
They don't give you caddies?
no, everyone says that all the time.
What is the course that you had to play on for state? Is it the same course every year? Or?
No, I think they switch it up, but it was pretty north. It was like at San Luis Obispo, pretty much in Arroyo Grande, kind of. So it was like a good drive. It was like 4.5 hours, and I only got to play it once, so I didn't really know the course that well, but yeah, they switch it up every year. I think next year it's going to be at Santa Maria Country Club, so hopefully we'll get a couple practice rounds in as a team at least next year.
I saw an interview that you did where you said you wished you'd performed better at state, but you were happy to get there.
Yeah.
What was par there? What did you shoot, and how did you come up in the rankings?
I shot 82 for my first round, and overall I finished I think tied, or I finished 49th, I think, out of like 60 or however many players were there. But yeah, I didn't play very well, which is disappointing, but I mean, I still experienced it, and I'm just going to take that forward and hopefully learn from it and progress for next year.
Was it mostly just not knowing the course very well, and not having enough practice rounds on the course?
No, it was me. It wasn't the course. Like if I was playing well, like I could have had a chance, but I couldn't keep my golf ball in the middle, and I wasn't hitting greens, and you got to hit fairways and greens in regulation to play well. Like my short game is very good, and I hit the ball very far, but I just needed to hit it more straight. So,
What sorts of things do you want to like work on or improve heading into next year, your sophomore year?
I always am trying to improve my mentality and how I think, and trying to think positive, because that's a big part of it. Like, you can't be thinking negative, because then you're going to hit a bad shot, or bad things are going to happen, or you're going to get angry. So I always try and look positive at things. And I'm trying to, like I said, hit the ball more straight. I'm trying to improve that for next year too.
Who was your biggest influence, like both in the professional golf world and then outside of the professional golf world, like in your personal life?
My personal life, I would say it's my dad. My dad has done a lot for me. He introduced me to the game, and we used to play football and basketball together, and we pretty much we love sports, and that's kind of my personal influence. But professionally, I would say it's like Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy. I was a part of the Tiger Woods Learning Center, so I'm a big fan of Tiger Woods, and I hope he can make a comeback.
What was that experience like? Can you just describe how that happened?
Actually, it happened by my neighbors. They talked about it, how they went to the Tiger Woods Learning Center in Anaheim, and I thought it was just when I started playing golf too. It was like, oh, I might as well just try it out, and I ended up going to it, and Mr. G and Mr. B were the head pros, I guess you can say, at the Tiger Woods Learning Center, and it was just wonderful. The facility and the environment they had, it was just great overall.
And what is that? How long of a program was that?
I probably did that for like 3 years. So I started that like my sophomore year of high school and then I finished. I haven't gone since last year of my senior high school. I'm not really sure. I can visit, but I'm not really a part of their junior program anymore. So.
Seeing as how you made the state tournament this year, what would you define as a success for next year?
I would say placing at least the top 6 in state, or if not, winning it as a team. That would be successful.
Do you have a good returning team? Are you losing a lot of players?
We are losing Jimmy Hotchbrun. He was our number 1 this year. And then we're losing Jesper Braga. He was our number 6 this year. And it's going to hurt, but I think we're going to come back better, because there's going to be returners like Curtis Ashton, Cole, and me, and then David too. And plus we're getting a couple incoming freshmen like James Johnson and Cameron Smith. So I think we'll be looking pretty good next year in conference, where hopefully we can make regionals and then advance to state and hopefully do well in state.
Can you describe like the atmosphere, like the setup of a golf team, like how it is and how it differs from other sports maybe?
Yeah, so in a tournament, basically not all 6 scores count. It's only the best 5 scores, which would be the lowest in golf. And it doesn't matter like what place you are, if you're the 1 man or the 6 man, if they always pull out the worst score. But if there's a tie of the top 5 scores and with the other teams, then they use the 6th score as like a card off. So then the lowest 6th score would like get you the win, basically. And it's different because there's not many of us, and it's really cool because like we all get like pretty close, and some of us have classes together, and it's really good, like the environment here at Mount Sac. So
off the course, like what are your interests or hobbies, or what do you do when you have like downtime?
I usually work out, or I'll watch sports. I love basketball and football still, and I'll watch golf all the time. And I'm a sports guy pretty much, and I like hanging out with my friends, and sometimes we'll play basketball or pretty much anything.
Do you have favorite teams in football or basketball?
Yeah, I'm a Laker fan, and I haven't really decided yet for the NFL because we just got the Chargers and the Rams. But I was a big Pete Carroll fan because I met him once. So I'm a big USC fan too.
In your life, what would you say has been the biggest adversity, like that you've overcome?
I would say my biggest adversity is probably my, I guess you could say, just, time management, kind of, I guess you could say, just because golf is like really time consuming. I mean, also it's probably money, financial, that too. That's always been a burden, and yeah, I would say time, because a golf round usually takes like 5 hours, 6 hours, so it's a lot of the day, and I could be doing other stuff that would be beneficial, I guess.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
And good luck going forward. Expect to look back and see you winning state next year.
Yeah.
And all right. Thank you again for coming in.
Thank you very much.